Hey guys, what's up? Your boy Onyxe back with another review for the Real Housewives of Dubai. This is my review of the first part of the Real Housewives of Dubai reunion. And this goes without being said. I'm going to speak about the things that stood out to me the most. I mean, a lot of things happened in the first part of the reunion, mainly Brooks and Talene going at it. Because even though Talene may not be my favorite, and I am a fan of Brooks, I give credit where credit is due. Both Talene and Brooks brought it this reunion. Regardless, it was not what you wanted from them. You know, as usual, Talene did interject in some parts, but I gotta give Talene credit because for a newbie, this being her first season, her first reunion, Brooks, to me, Talene didn't do backseat. She and Paul adopted Jen on two seasons ago on the Real Housewives of Orange County. Brooks with me, Talene, I keep saying Brooks, I'm thinking Brooks. Talene was very vocal. She spoke to a piece regardless if you agree with her or not. I'm not saying everything she said was correct, but she did speak, and I like that she wasn't mute. Now, it was sometimes unfortunate she did interject, and I didn't care for a little side comments talk about Brooks and Lisa about Lisa and Brooks being friends. But that's her comments. That's her commentary because the older girls did a little side commentary, except for Sarah. Sarah and Auntie Starberry were very quiet. They spoke when needed to, because to me, I'm used to Sarah not being super duper vocal. And when people act like, wow, why she ain't talking that much? Baby, that's always been Sarah. Sarah speaks when she needs to be addressed, and I like the fact that Sarah does speak up in certain instances. But overall, Sarah's never been like super duper vocal if it's not necessary. I'm pretty sure part two, when they bring about her sister with the nanny and Akeem, she'll speak more. And same with Stanberry. Stanberry, ain't the one who's ever lost for words, but Stanberry's also type, if you not speaking to me, I got nothing to say. And I don't blame that. I don't see nothing wrong with that. Okay, so the reunion starts. Ayan and Lisa gets the first seat. All the girls look beautiful. This is coming from my gay self. All the ladies look beautiful. And honestly, I want to make a comment about the facelift with Starberry. I mean, we could talk about, wish we got money. If you want to do whatever you want to do to your body, your choice. But her facelift with the hell it was cool, it was wonderful. Her doctor, surgeon, whatever the hell you call them, I hope she gave them a good pay for that because he or she did that. They did magnifique job with Starberry's facelift. But like I said, all the girls look beautiful, and this is not me being a brown noser, but whatever. Lisa had the best look. I love Lisa's little pixie cut, gave me Dorothy Dandridge. Um, and I love Lisa's outfit. But all the girls look beautiful. There was not one, but the Dubai has no ugly girls. I mean, I'm talking about as a cast. But even though I'm not the judge to call any girl ugly or not, I mean there are certain girls who are like really butt ugly, but it's so there are certain guys who are butt ugly too. But in general, I'm not the type to really speak on women's looks because I'm not even into women. So what does my little opinion matter? But anyway, let's get back to the reunion. So the reunion starts, the girls are seated. Seat one is Ayan, Stomberry, and Talene. Seat two is Lisa, Brooks, and Sarah. But honestly, if I was going back, I said I gotta see part two. But I honestly would have swapped Talene and Stomberry because I feel like Talene was more vocal. But like I said, part two may prove more speaking time for Stomberry. But I know seasons according to who did who was the most active of the season, and then most of the time newbies, regardless if you were active or not, do sit at the end of the couch. But Talene was very active, and I don't think the end her and the end of the couch was good at the moment. Might change my mind when I see part two of the reunion next week. So it starts. The girls are greeted. They talk. Andy says pleasantries to the girls as he does with all the women he does reunions for. And it's nice. And we start off with Lisa and Ayan. Nothing too deep this much, but it's basically Andy asks how they now ever since like the ending of the season finale of season two of Dubai. Lisa and Ayan have not been good. They really have not taught. They haven't really brought it to reconcile. At this point, I think both women, in my humble opinion, are good not being friends no more. It's just disappointing because they had a beautiful friendship and they knew each other for a very long time. I believe Lisa mentioned that Ayan knew her since she was pregnant with her child Sebastian. So it's like, damn. And Ayan even does comment she does miss seeing the boys, Lisa's kids. But since Lisa and Ayan are not in a good place, it's understood that the kids are not going to see Ayan and vice versa. That's the only thing I hate when friendships end, thank God none of my friends have kids, but my close friend Jennifer, who I love like a sister, she has a kid in Antonio. My godson Antonio is now an adult, so obviously I'm not gonna be underneath an adult like that. Number two, Jennifer's such a phenomenal mother that I don't really need to, never need to. She's such a A1 mom. She really is. But I don't want to make this about me giving my friend praise. This is about Real Housewives of Dubai. But with these sucks when you fall out with somebody and they have kids, or you were close with their kids. But when you fall out, you can't like, oh, me and your mom ain't cool. But there ain't no hard feelings with you. It's like that's my mama. I'm gonna side with my mama. And that reminds me, Andy even asked Lisa Ayan about the husbands. I believe Lisa answered this. It's Rich and Chris. Rich being Lisa's husband, Chris being Ayan's husband. Or do they talk? Rich and Chris like, nah, they're not beefing or nothing, but they don't really deal with each other. And I'm like, well, no, duh, because even though at the end of the day, no husband worth his salt is not gonna sit by his wife, right or wrong. Rich is Lisa's husband. Chris is Ayan's husband. So if Lisa and Ayan getting along, Rich and Chris ain't gonna like, well, our wives can't stand each other, but let's go golfing this week. Like, nah, my wife don't fool with your wife no more. So we ain't got no beef. I ain't when I see you in the public, ain't no hostility. But my wife don't fool with your wife, and your wife don't fool with my wife. So I don't see the reason for us to be cool. So that's that. I'm just looking at my notes real quick because the reason I'm kind of semi discombobulated because I was watching my friend Damien play some Tekken. Because normally I do my reviews as soon as the show goes off, but I love my friend Damien and I wanted to support my friend's stream because not too many people come through for my friend's stream and vice versa on my end. So I like to support his stuff whenever I can. That's what friends do. But anyway, so we're getting continuing along. The girls are talking, trying to look at my notes real quick. And the next conversation comes up is the budding friendship between Starberry and Ayan. Now, I'm gonna say this much. I definitely know Lisa. Like I said, I like Lisa, but Lisa definitely felt the type of way about Ayan and Starberry being friends. I think in the beginning, basically what I guess when it was like she didn't think the friendship was gonna go anywhere, she didn't mind. But once Ayan and Starberry made a genuine effort to get past any issues they had with one another and become good friends, which I'm happy about. I have no problem with Ayan and Starberry's friendship. I think it's great, especially as Annie explained at the end of season one. Because obviously, for those who watch season one of Real Housewives of Dubai, Starberry and Ayan couldn't stand each other. But what they decided to do, which was very mature of both women, they say, you know what? Since we're gonna be on, we gotta go plane back from New York to Dubai. Plus, they decided to get a drink privately. Like they invite none of the other girls. It was just a one-on-one with Ayan and Starberry. They talked. They got through issues. They found out, okay, girl, why you don't like me? Why I don't like you? Let's talk about it. Let's figure out why we having this clash. And between the plane ride back to Dubai and the private little dinner they had, Ayan and said, "Oh, girl, we really are more alike than we are different. Let's bury the hatchet and let's build a friendship." And little by little, they did. But in particular situation with Lisa in the beginning, like Ayan used to text me complaining, and Lisa had facts about trying to get to know Starberry, and Ayan was like, well, I was trying to get to know her. I was trying to get to know her. So of course, I still have my reservations about her. But eventually, we became good friends. And you still got, you started getting your feelings with me and Starberry became really good friends. And that is true. That is 100% true. Like I said, love Lisa down, but she definitely was not a fan of Starberry and Ayan being friends. Lisa was not feeling it. Now, like I said, as speculated, and I believe Lisa hinted at much on Twitter because I follow Lisa on Twitter as well. I follow her, Brooks, Saba, Sarah, and I still follow Ayan. Only people I don't follow is Talene because Talene is very, like I said, I don't hate Talene, but she done too much questionable shit for me to really support her. And Starberry, I actually want to follow Starberry, but I don't want to see Sergio. And it's not like, honestly, I'm going to keep a buck 50. Despite how the season began, Sergio was not this annoying season 2. He was a lot more palpable season 2 for me than season 1. Yeah, he had his irksome moments, but honestly, after Starberry's housewarming party, Sergio came a lot less annoying. A lot less annoying this season. So I really had no much complaint. But thing is, I would like this account that would like mainly Starberry I would follow, but not so much. I want to follow all the Dubai girls. I love them as a fan. I do. I have my favorites, obviously, but I do like the Dubai ladies. But with Talene, because of her and Rafi and alleged racist crap they've been pulling, because I saw someone made a post that Talene was disguising herself as a black gay man throwing insults at Brooks. And my whole thing is, Talene, if you want to talk shit about Brooks, just do it on your regular account. Hiding behind a fake account as a gay black man ain't the move. You gonna pop shit about Brooks, regardless if it's true or not. Be woman enough to pop it on your account. Don't go make some burner account and hide behind pretend to be a gay black man who doesn't like Brooks when in reality it's you, because that's gonna be found out sooner or later. You know how the internet works. And then Rafi's known to say very questionable stuff as well. And so that's why I'm like, I don't hate them, but after all things they've been said about them on Twitter, I'm like, I can't get too close to you, because if I feel like if I get close to you or at least support you via Twitter and stuff, it's like my way of feeling like I support your poor behavior. And people are like, well, you also support Brooks and Lisa's poor behavior. Not really, but thing is, Lisa and Brooks don't do things where I can't find it irredeemable, and Brooks and Lisa don't do things that I'm like gotta really side eye. I may not agree with it, and I voice my opinion on my reviews all the time, but I don't agree with the shit they do. But they don't do that. Lisa and Brooks ain't doing shit that I got like, ooh, that's very questionable. So if before Aaron Johnson be like, oh, you defend Lisa and Brooks, sure do. Until they do something truly heinous, in my opinion, I'm gonna continue to defend them. So, and that's a big speaking on Stonberry and Lisa, not Stonberry, Lisa, Stonberry and Ayan's growing friendship, and and then Talene also makes a comment that which Brooks definitely did look like that way. Brooks does explain herself, which I will give Brooks explanation in a second. That Brooks actually seemed jolly that Lisa and Ayan's friendship dissolved. And at the beginning, Brooks even admits, yeah, in the beginning, I got a kick out of it. But when I saw how bad it was affecting both women, I did try to help get them back together. But at that point, Lisa and Ayan just were not going to deal with each other no more. And that's the end of that. And so, and speaking of friendships, we get to the whole Talene and Brooks situation with about Talene's vajayjay and how Brooks felt that Talene betrayed her and befriended Stonberry. So basically, as a vajayjay thing, as I thought, Brooks did speak about it too much. Brooks definitely talked about it too much. Like I said, I'm sorry, the vajayjay thing was super duper annoying. And I'm not talking about this as a gay man, I'm talking about this as a person. Regardless how much of Talene's vagina did Sergio see or did not see, it was not worth all this rigmarole. It just was not worth the headache. It was stupid. And I like that, so they showed up one of a footage of, like I'm trying to think what it's called. N- un, it was a footage that was not on the show. I can't think of the name at the moment. I can't think of the exact name. But it was a footage that was not on the season itself, but it's like it was recorded. It was a scene where Talene was crying about the situation, about how people talk about her vajayjay, and how, like, she felt bad about Sergio allegedly seeing her vajayjay at a party. I believe it was the whole Beyonce party in Dubai where Beyonce did a private performance. And, Sarah and Brooks were consoling her. And during that time, Brooks was like, girl, I was writing so hard for you, and you just kind of backstabbed me and became Stonberry's minion. Until they like, no, girl, you brought me on the show because you want to be against everybody, be your minion, be your sidekick. So Brooks and Talene are constantly arguing. They're arguing throughout the reunion. I think majority of the reunion arguments so far, despite that Lisa and Ayan having the biggest tension, well, Brooks and Talene definitely have tension, but whoa, it was just a lot from both women. A lot. Like, they were going at it. Brooks kind of telling Talene to shut the fuck up. Talene not backing down, speaking her piece. I'm surprised this part of the episode didn't discuss the whole wardrobe thing. But it did bring up the beggar situation. And Talene admits, so I guess I asked Brooks to help me get on the show, but I didn't beg the way Brooks made it seem like on like when she was doing all these interviews that I was begging, like I was begging constantly to be put on the show. Yes, I want to be on the show. I'm not ashamed to say that, but I wasn't begging to be on the show. And Brooks like, yeah, you begging, like I was trying to get you on. I was putting you on. Yeah, I asked you to get me on the show, but I wasn't like begging. I never begged for anything. And Brooks was like, rolled her eyes, whatever, because like guess dismissing Talene because Brooks just was not here for Talene, just was not here. And then I'm trying to think because mostly it was just more like petty talk. It wasn't too major. Like honestly, it was not that major. Let's look at some notes. Do I have anything I really want to discuss? Okay. Also, I want to just speak on it too. Which was interesting between Ayan and Lisa. Because I don't know why Ayan decided to do that, but whatever. So while Lisa and Ayan talking about the whole them falling out, discussing how Lisa felt about Ayan coming friends with Stonberry, they get to little they're having a little argument, and during the time, Ayan brings up that Lisa was on Ozempics, and Lisa's like, "Yeah, girl, I was, because you introduced me to it, because you started it first." And funny part about that, Lisa even posted on Twitter at the reunion of screenshots of a conversation between her and Ayan. Ayan showing her pictures of her taking Ayan using Ozempics pretty much. And my whole thing like, Ayan, if you know you like, that's like telling me, that's like me trying to argue with somebody, say, "Oh yeah, you did cocaine." Yeah, I got the coke from you. So yeah, you like, we were doing it together. You can't use that against me because we both doing it. So I don't know what Ayan was trying to do that situation, but I love how Lisa kind of threw it back in her face, like, yeah, Lisa, like, yeah, I had those episodes. Absolutely, you introduced me to it. And another thing, when Ayana and Lisa were going at it, Ayan was explaining the situation with Stanberry, feeling like, how Lisa's trying to put her on the spot, questioning her, like, Ayan's genuine being a friend to Stanberry. And then, she's like, Lisa's trying to make me look bad, da da da. And Lisa's called Ayan, she's a professional victim. Ayan gets triggered by being called a victim because you know what Ayan does with the whole circumcision thing, what she did went through in her village, which was really messed up. And the fact is that, and I also want to say this quickly. I know I'm bouncing around a lot. It is what it is. While I'm not a fan of Ayan this particular season, she really did disappoint me this season with the way she went about things. Anyone making fun about Ayan's with JJ, what she been through, what she dealt as a kid, go fuck yourself. That's nothing to laugh about. And also talk that, bring that up with her son Taj. Whoever's doing that, you're a lame ass bitch. And I stand 10 toes down on that. You're a lame motherfucker. You don't make fun of someone who went through such a traumatic experience. You don't. You don't like Ayan? Cool. But don't make fun of what she went through. That was terrible what she endured. I'm glad she survived that. I'm glad she at least was able to have Taj. Because after what happened to her, for her having one kid was a miracle. People are y'all so insensitive sometimes. I'm all for messiness, but there's a difference between being messy, being catty, and being a straight up piece of shit. And when you laugh at someone's pain like that, you're being a piece of crap. But however, Ayan, going back to say when Lisa called you professor of victim, she wasn't talking about what you endured in your childhood with the whole circumcision. She was talking about your behavior, how like you like to make yourself the victim. So don't try to twist words. When you use words, they can mean more than one thing. I know that might be tricky for you, but words don't have one singular context. Lisa wasn't talking about what you endured. She was talking about how you be acting. As soon as you're called out, you like to go high, like, "Oh no, I didn't like you. I don't understand. I didn't mean it like that. Why are you putting me out like that?" You fucking said it. Be a woman and own up to what you said, instead of trying to hide behind, "I didn't really mean that. I didn't say it like that." Stop. Fess up to what you did. Fess up. Stop being a coward and be a big girl. You wanted this spotlight so badly because according to the Twitter streets, you intentionally turned against Lisa because you want to be the star and get in Starberry's good graces. So you intentionally just threw Lisa to the back burner. Okay? So, you're getting what you want. So now you can't be shocked that Lisa is bringing the fire. You see how Lisa comes at these other girls when they test her. You thought she was going to be safe from that. Like, you're not her friend no more. So why would you be safe from that? That's another thing I'm gagging. That's the reason when people fall out with their close friends, baby, you know who got your tea better than anyone else? Your close friend. Like, I'm gonna use a real good excuse. I love that man today. My roommate's asleep right now. My roommate's my favorite person, one of my favorite people in the whole wide world. He's one of my favorite. My mom, there's people above, but he's one of my favorite people in the world. God forbid me and that man fall out. That man could sizzle me worse than most people in this world can, because he knows more about me than most people, and vice versa. So, not saying that you should. At the end of the day, someone close to you, don't matter how long you know them. If the friendship's not worth it no more, it's fine. But you're end the friendship on bad terms. It's not like, okay, you two just grew apart. You end the friendship on bad terms. Don't be surprised that friend uses all that shit you used to tell them when y'all were close and throws that shit in your face now. Don't be surprised. Y'all ain't friends no more. Anything goes. Anything goes. So that goes down to, I'm trying to think, let me my notes. I think I'm about finished. So Ayan felt the type of way, at least to call her a victim. But Ayan, you do act like a victim. And I talk about the situation you gone through, that's terrible. But the way you don't like to be held accountable for your actions. Also, another thing, I'm gonna talk about a couple more things, but I kind of want to wrap this up because I'm already like, ain't too much. I enjoyed the reunion, but it's mostly the most of the reunion was just Talina and Brooks going at it. But a couple other things were brought up. Ayan's event, Ayan Beauty, I spent 10 toes down. It was a beautiful show, and I did not like Brooks when Brooks made that comment in her confessional about giving the credit to Tony for the Ayan Beauty event. Ayan put her hard work into that just as much as Tony did, and Tony's Ayan's partner. This is not Tony's event. It was Ayan's event with the help of Tony. So when Brooks did make a comment in the confessional, it was shade, but I didn't like it because it diminished all what Ayan did. And this is what I'm talking about. I can like Brooks and still be critical of Brooks when needed. I didn't like that, and I said that in when I first did a review of that particular episode early on in the season, this year, whatever. And I'm gonna be critical about it again. I did not like that comment because I get Brooks being shady, and I get that when Brooks was doing that, because when Ayan made a dig of her business, the glass house, but Brooks, that was still not cool. Even you were pissed with Ayan, I wouldn't have made it look like Tony did all the work. With Ayan was the big portion of Ayan Beauty being what it is now. I understand also the ghost give credit to Ayan's husband Chris as well for that. But to give all that credit to Tony was really mean spirited at that moment. But it is what it is. The girls pop their shit against each other, so it is what it is. Next, I want to bring up. They bring up Brooks's drinking, which I gotta say, I like to drink. I don't drink as much no more because I'll spill my own tea. My doctors told me that a while ago I used to drink a lot more. Just after my nephew passed away, I started drinking a lot. I drank more than I want to. I was never like the belligerent drunk. I'm either sleepy drunk or the over happy drunk. I'm never like the angry drunk. Never either sleepy, happy, or emotional. But I'm never like violent. So I was drinking a lot after my nephew's passing, and after a while, I went to get a checkup. My doctor said my liver is going to overflow with alcohol, so I need to stop doing that. And obviously, I care about my health. So I still drink, but I drink, if this 30, 31 days in a month, obviously for February, which is 28, normal year, a leap year, 29 days, but I would drink maybe 4 to 5 times a month. And I was make sure it's spread apart, so I don't worry about fuck up my kidneys. But anyways, to get back to Brooks. So one issue was when Brooks drinks more than one shot, one glass of alcohol, she becomes very confrontational. And Brooks, and they like even the producers say, Brooks, when you drink, you are a lot to handle. And the girls are all making their little comments about Brooks' drinking. And Brooks mentioned like she's a lightweight. It's like she doesn't really normally drink that much, and she's even acknowledged that when she watched this up on television, when she was drinking, like rewatching the show, she like, yeah, I don't come across as good when I'm under the influence on TV. But it was due to the stress because prior to the season restarting, Brooks was working on a glass house, raising her son Adam by herself. She gets help from her ex Zorwan, but raising Adam by herself, that's a lot on one woman. I don't care how wealthy you are, being a single parent is always gonna be tough. And running a business that you want to make sure is successful is always gonna be tough. And another thing that, was brought up as well, this relates to Starberry and Brooks. Starberry had to correct the girls about Michael saying, Michael apologized to Starberry too about it. Michael saying that he pays the bills. It was taken out of context. In reality, Michael's talking about the piece paying the bills for the maids and stuff when Starberry and Sergio was living under his roof. Remember that 3 months where Starberry had to wait for her house to get built up? So they were staying with Michael. And during that time, since Starberry and Sergio were arguing a lot, Michael came frustrated with Sergio. Understandable. But so Michael wasn't paying for Starberry's bills, but he was responsible for a lot of things in the household when Starberry and Sergio were living with him for those 3 months. So that's how he was saying. So I guess he just misspoke, but that's what he meant. So Starberry obviously pays her own bills. First of all, I don't like saying that sounds stupid because Starberry comes from money. She owns businesses. Kitty, you got businesses. Starberry owns business. This woman is rich. Her ex was a rich man. She got money from that. So how the fuck does Starberry need someone to pay her bills? Even if you take me back to season 1 where I didn't care for Starberry, even I would look at you sideways. Like that woman got money and then some. She don't need no motherfucker to pay her bills. She take care of Sergio. Why would she need someone else to pay her bills? But of course, they were living under Michael's roof, so Michael did handle a majority of the bills since they were under his roof. That does make sense. And another thing when people make comment about Brooks has been allegedly been known to sleep around with rich men. to make her way. And thing is, Brooks like, no, no, I date, but I don't. Every guy I go on a date with, I don't fuck him, and I can believe that because I'm not gonna lie. Regardless of what the girls may have heard in the Dubai streets, Brooks seems like she a lot to handle. Like I don't feel like Brooks give up Cookie that easily. I feel like Brooks would try to con the motherfucker out their money, and not kind of like a scam away, but try to like do other things to get you to help her, give her something. Versus like, oh yeah, I'll do that for you. I want some Cookie. It's like, ooh, my it's a volcano in Antarctica right now, so I can't do that. I just feel like she won't. She just will. Unless she really, really likes you, Brooks ain't letting you smash. And that's not me like big upping Brooks. You know why some girls think like that? It takes a lot to get in their pants. That's what Brooks gives. Brooks doesn't give me easy. She does not give easy. Now, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. That's I'm saying, but Brooks does not give me easy. So I get when Brooks felt the type of way when Steinberg and the girls were alluding, like Brooks deals with men. It's like, oh, Brooks get her money, but she also deals with a lot of rich guys. And no shade, if I'm a rich woman, I'm not gonna try to deal with no broke niggas either. I'm sorry. I'm just not. Like, come on now. If I got money, I want someone with money too. Like, that's just be real. Like, I want someone with money too. But regardless, she didn't appreciate that comment. So overall, the reunion part 1 was good. But I think part 2 is gonna touch on more things. Excuse me. And for those who noticed that I ain't saying much about Sarah, because like I said, Sarah's my girl, but outside little, commentary here and there, Sarah didn't really do nothing this part of the reunion. And which is fine to me because I'd rather her be vocal when it matters, not when it's pointless. Only time she really did anything to me, which was in a moment, is when she caught out Lisa about saying that Brooke sleeps around too. And Lisa's like, no, 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 no. I didn't say that she does. We all talk about each other, but I'm saying what I heard, but I don't bring what I hear about Brooks onto this platform, which is correct. She has not. I've never heard Lisa outside, talking shady remarks about Brooks, which Brooks does to Lisa as well. I never seen Lisa actually dog talk Brooks on the show. Like actually like, oh, I know Brooks be getting this, that, and the third. I know she be doing this with this guy. I never heard Lisa do that. Never. Never seen Lisa do that. So that is correct. But that's why I really had nothing to say about Sarah. Sarah was there. Of course, she's a cast member, and I definitely want her back for season 3. Y'all like, Sarah's boring. Sarah's boring. Good. Good, good, good. We're not all gonna like the same thing. But overall, I enjoyed the first part of the reunion, but I think part 2 is gonna be much better because I really want to get into the situation between Ayan and Lisa, especially about the whole thing that I'm trying to think. What was the thing about? Um, it was the whole thing that started the argument in the season finale between Lisa and Ayan. I forgot what it was now. God knows I forgot. Let me go back to some notes. I got a couple more seconds on my phone before my camera starts to be dumb. What were they arguing about? No, that's not it. Uh, I think I'm gonna end it here. No, that's old. That is old. Oh, my notes are all around. This is what I get when I sometimes just drop notes somewhere. I'm trying to find like weird. No, that's not what I'm looking for. 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 See, and I don't edit this stuff out. You're gonna see me being all messy and crap. Too lazy to edit this crap out. I think I'm about to give it up because I'm not. I gotta go through too much notes and I'm kind of tired. So this is the reunion part. I would assume I would put it behind the same page, but I guess not. Oh no 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 no! Did I find it? Did I find it? Nope. This ain't it. I don't want to give a shit no more. Okay, so basically, I want to see the part where Lisa and Ayan discussed that whole thing that led to them really not being good with each other at the season finale, but Lisa calling Ayan a liar, and Ayan said she never said that. For those who know, but I'm too tired. I gotta get ready for work tomorrow to look through my notes to find out where I put it exactly. Anyways, that's the review. That's my thoughts on part 1 of the Real Housewives of Dubai. Peace and take care. Onyxe Blade out.